a mysterious image thousands have witnessed between life and death. What truly happens when someone reaches the brink of death? Is it a spiritual phenomenon or merely the brain's final reactions before shutting down? Today, we will explore stories of near-death experiences, NDEs, through perspectives from psychology, science, and history, uncovering the profound meanings behind this phenomenon. Ernest Hemingway, one of the greatest writers of the 20th century, had a near-death experience that transformed his view of life and death. In 1918, while serving as an ambulance driver in World War I, Hemingway was severely injured during an artillery attack. He lost a significant amount of blood and fell into a brief coma. Hemingway recounted that in the moments between life and death, he felt his soul leave his body and enter a strange state of tranquility, free from pain and anxiety. He described a brilliant light at the end of a tunnel, a sensation beyond explanation in any language. Upon awakening, Hemingway said the experience had completely altered his perception of death. In a letter to a friend, he wrote, "After seeing the light, I know death is not the end but a doorway to something greater." This experience influenced not only his personal life but also his literary works. Novels like The Old Man and the Sea and A Farewell to Arms are imbued with themes of confronting loss, pain, and the hope of transcending death. Hemingway's story isn't unique. Anita Moorjani, author of Dying to Be Me, also shares a miraculous account. In 2006, Anita was in the final stages of lymphoma, with doctors declaring she had no chance of survival. While in a coma, Anita reported entering another realm, where she felt unconditional love and acceptance. In that space, all her pain, fear, and pressure disappeared, replaced by a profound sense of harmony with the universe. She also claimed to see her late father, who urged her to return, saying she still had a purpose to fulfill. Miraculously, Anita woke up and fully recovered, leaving doctors baffled. Stories like Anita's have spurred deep reflection among scientists, psychologists, and theologians. How can we explain experiences that modern science struggles to define? Could they be evidence of an existence beyond death? Dr. Eben Alexander, a prominent American neurosurgeon, once skeptical of NDEs, underwent a transformation after falling into a deep coma due to meningitis in 2008. In his book Proof of Heaven, Alexander described entering a vivid, colorful realm where he sensed the presence of a divine light. He also claimed to see a woman he had never met. Upon waking, he discovered that the woman was his biological sister, who had passed away when he was a child and was unknown to him. Eben Alexander's story sparked controversy but also opened new discussions about the nature of consciousness and life itself. Beyond famous figures, thousands of stories from ordinary people worldwide have been documented. A man in India, after a severe car accident, reported seeing his life flash before his eyes like a rewinding film. He also felt a force pulling him back into his body. Upon waking, he resolved to completely change his way of life. Historical accounts reveal similar phenomena. An ancient Chinese medical text from the Tang dynasty recorded the story of a high-ranking official struck by lightning who survived. After recovering, he described seeing images of deities and heavenly realms. Profoundly affected, he renounced power, dedicated his life to helping the poor, and wrote books on morality. In Japanese folklore, a poor farmer who experienced clinical death after a work accident encountered the spirits of his ancestors. They urged him to live a virtuous life and give back to his community. Upon revival, he became a moral role model in his village, inspiring future generations. Regardless of culture, NDEs often lead to profound transformations. Many individuals abandon negative habits, focus on family relationships, and contribute more to society. A study from the University of Virginia found that over 80% of NDE survivors report feeling less fear of death and greater appreciation for life. These stories are more than personal accounts, they bridge science, philosophy, and spirituality. They compel us to ponder the meaning of life and what truly matters when standing at the boundary between life and death. Scientific and psychological perspectives. Near-death experiences, NDEs, have intrigued theologians, scientists, and psychologists alike. Common features include the sensation of being pulled into a tunnel of light, an out-of-body experience, or reunions with deceased loved ones. Research from the University of Michigan in 2013 suggests that the brain can explain many aspects of NDEs. When the body is in mortal danger, the brain releases a surge of gamma waves, associated with heightened consciousness. These waves may trigger visions of bright lights, life memories, and feelings of peace, serving as a final defense mechanism against the fear of death. However, not all scientists agree. Dr. Sam Parnia, a leading resuscitation expert, argues that some NDEs cannot be fully explained by physiological responses. In a groundbreaking study called Awareness During Resuscitation, Parnia found that some patients accurately recalled events during clinical death, raising questions about whether consciousness can exist independently of the body. Psychologically, NDEs often lead to dramatic changes in attitudes toward life. Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, experienced an NDE after a severe heart attack. He described seeing Earth from above, feeling humanity's smallness, and sensing unity with the universe. Upon recovery, Jung embraced a more open and profound approach to life, viewing his experience as a form of spiritual awakening. Studies also show that NDE survivors often become more tolerant, less stressed, and more focused on finding meaning in life. Viktor Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning, theorized that even in the direst situations, humans strive to find purpose. This aligns with many NDE accounts, where individuals emerge with a renewed sense of gratitude and purpose. Whether viewed through the lens of science or psychology, NDEs raise profound questions about the nature of consciousness and existence. Philosophical, social, and personal significance. In Eastern philosophy, NDEs are akin to satori, a fleeting moment of enlightenment where individuals transcend material constraints and glimpse the true essence of life and death. In Buddhism, satori is not a permanent state but a moment of profound harmony with the universe, echoing the serenity often described in NDEs. From a societal perspective, NDEs have the power to change how people live and interact. Many who experience them prioritize relationships over material wealth and often dedicate themselves to altruistic endeavors. One touching story from India involves a wealthy merchant who experienced clinical death during a heart attack. In his NDE, he saw his deceased mother smiling at him. Upon waking, he donated most of his fortune to build schools and hospitals, saying, "True wealth lies not in possessions but in what we leave for others." Psychologically, NDEs frequently lead to personal growth and a profound re-evaluation of values. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "We do not live as though today were our last day, but it is in life's fragility that we find true meaning." Final thoughts. The stories of NDEs remind us that life's true meaning lies not in material possessions but in the connections we make and the values we uphold. Facing death is ultimately a call to live fully, love deeply, and leave a positive legacy. What would you do differently if today were your last day? What truly matters to you? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more incredible stories about life's mysteries. Thank you for watching.